I don't particularly have a way I want this video to go. I didn't even script it out like I normally do. I just had this on my mind and have been thinking about this for a little bit of time. And so I wanted to discuss it and talk about it with y'all. And then just get some insight and see what y'all think. There are a lot of different aspects that I'm coming from this topic with. This topic of you creating your own reality, you creating the life you live, and you shaping the way you view life and the way you view the things in life. And so there's quite a lot. I feel like it can be easy to get jumbled up, but I'll try my best so that I'm not confusing or all over the place. I think in social media, it is easy to get caught up in what we think life is and what we think life is supposed to be. On the opposite of that, I think it's also easy to judge and pass judgment on people who present their lives in a certain way on social media when we know, whether for a fact or just based on our beliefs, that that's not how they're living their lives. And I think both are bad, regardless of them being opposites of each other. I think they're both not good things. For the former, of people portraying their lives on social media and you going on social media and seeing life being portrayed to you, whoever it may be, as a certain way. I mean, that's social media. That's kind of the point of it. That's kind of what it's used for. That's its purpose. And you have the counter people who try and post whatever they want. What it is, I think they called it something like make Instagram casual again. You have that whole counter argument. You have people who post nothing but edited photos. But I think regardless of what you use social media for, I mean, it's there for your benefit and it's there for whatever it is you want to use. So it is not inherently bad. It's the people who use it, who make it whatever it is they claim it to be. So that's that side. On the other side that I talked about, or that I mentioned, I think a lot of people are anti-social media without a good reason. And they claim that social media makes them anxious. Social media makes them depressed. Social media makes them hate their life. Nothing makes you feel a certain way unless you want to feel that certain way. And that may be hard to swallow. Maybe you think I'm dumb. Maybe you think I'm pretentious for saying that. But it truly is what I believe. You control how you feel and how you react towards certain situations. And whether you want to feel negatively when you're on social media or you want to feel positively, it's really up to you. And so I think everything that is posted on social media, everything that people say and people do on it, whether it's Instagram or making YouTube videos or on Facebook, you can take it however seriously or unseriously you want to. And so I don't really personally understand the argument that it's bad, because it doesn't have to be, because you create your reality. You create what it is that you feel, and you create the life that you choose to live, whatever it is, irregardless of the content you are consuming. Now, I go on to say all of that, but I will say it does matter in terms of the content you consume, and where I think it matters and where I think it doesn't are very interesting, I think, to point out. So the content you consume, the things that you are always watching, always listening to, always looking at, obviously are going to have an effect on you because they're going to shape how you view the world. However, what I don't think that means is that how you view others, how you pass judgment on others, is therefore allowed and is therefore a good thing. A good way to see this is if I go on social media, 90% of the content politically is probably going to be left-leaning, maybe. But for you, if you don't feel that way and that's not the content you're consuming, maybe you see it and you're like, most of the stuff I'm seeing on here is right-leaning. A lot of it has to do with echo chambers, and a lot of it has to do with what side of the coin you're on and what side of content you're consuming. But I don't think that automatically changes how you view the world and changes what you think. As many of you probably know, there's this whole idea that you have people who are blue-pilled, people who are red-pilled, people who are black-pilled, people who are white-pilled. There's a pill for everything. And no, I'm not talking about a literal pill. It's like a whole idea, you know, and I'm not gonna go into each one in this video, but if you know, you know. And I think a lot of times it's easy to see the world a certain way when you choose to see it that way, and when you immerse yourself in a community who also sees it that way. And so for me, you know, if I wanted to consider myself red pilled, and I wanted to consider myself enlightened, and I wanted to consider myself seeing the world for what it truly is, I've already made that prejudgment, and I already have that idea and that belief. And so nothing that someone who's blue pilled says is going to randomly change my mind and make me go back into the matrix. You know what I mean? And so I think regardless of how you think you view the world, or regardless of how you think the world works, I think you're always going to believe the things you want to. I think a better way of saying that is what you want to be true is going to be true. And I remember telling Michael this, like that I had that quote, like the more you say something, the truer it becomes. And he was like, well, no, that's not true. Like some things are just false. And that's true. But the instance I mean it in is like, the more I believe this ideology to be true, the truer it's going to be to me, and the truer it's going to make my reality. If you continue to say, I have anxiety, I have depression, I'm sad all the time, life's not getting better for me, you're going to believe that, and your life will never get there. And so I think whatever reality you choose for yourself is fine, and I think you should live that reality, but I don't think you should try and enforce others to believe the reality that you believe, or live the reality that you live, which is kind of hypocritical, because I'm here talking to y'all, trying to tell y'all how this works, and I'm trying to impose my reality on you. But I think I just want people to live the lives they're meant to live, and whatever that means for you, that means for you. I can look at people like the guys who run Fresh and Fit, and I can think they're really stupid, and I can think they're really dumb, and I can think a lot of the things they say don't make any sense. I can also think, okay, this is just turning into a rant about how I don't like the guys on Fresh and Fit, but I don't, and I don't like that they try and portray girls a certain way when they only interview a certain girl, but that's literally beside the point. What I'm trying to say is that how I view them, how I view whoever it may be, is how my reality is shaped. And so those are the things I believe in. And obviously, you don't have to believe the same things your whole life. You can change your mind, and you can, you know, become enlightened, whatever that means. But I think the life we want to live is the life we're going to live. I believe in fate, and I believe that the things we do are done on purpose. And I think they lead us to live the life we're supposed to live. And so I don't quite like it whenever people try and convince you to live a different life, or convince you that the life you're living isn't right, because I don't believe in that. And I think everybody's paths are different. Some can be very similar, and you can meet people who are very similar and have that sense of community, but the reality that you want for your world, the fate that you are bound to go down, isn't wrong or isn't bad. It's just the truth. And if you want it to change, then you have to actively change it, and no one else can want to change it for you. This was kind of all over the place, and I just wanted to get it all out there, because I think a lot of people are misguided in their beliefs about the world and their beliefs about society. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that life is like, do you think fate's real? Do y'all think reality is real? Do y'all think we're in a simulation? I don't know. Y'all let me know. And hopefully next week I'll have a better scripted video for y'all. But I just wanted to discuss some things. Yeah, but I'll see y'all next time.